So now we need to leverage these similarity values. In order to do that, we need to use three tables that we found previously. This right here, this table is just the original ratings that I'm showing. But in addition, we need the baseline predictor. We need the baseline errors, which again is by taking the subtracting the predictions out. And then we need the cosine similarities, which we just found. And so when we have these three things, we can actually leverage these similarity values. And so we're going to build what's called the neighborhood predictor now. And it's very simple once we have these three tables to do the neighborhood prediction. We just have to look up a few values in the tables. And so let's just look at an example first, and then we'll write out the general case of it and see how you go to apply it in a general sense. All right, so let's take C5. Right, so we'll take user C movie 5. So we won't be using this table. We'll just reference it if we need to C. And so with C5, we know we in the baseline predictor we had 2.60, and we know the prediction was too low by 3. Right, so we have 2.60 as the baseline prediction for that. Okay, now we need to do something with the neighbor, right? Because that's the whole idea here, is that we want to use the neighbor. So then, since it's movie neighbors, we'll try to look up movie 5, and we'll find movie 5's neighbor. So movie 5's closest neighbor is 2, as we said before, because this is the neighbor. So we want to come down and find 2 right here. So now, if we look in 2, okay, the next question is, did user C rate movie 2? And the answer is yes, he did, and it's not even part of the test set, because if it was, then we couldn't use the value. Since it's also part of the training data, it's still useful. Okay, so user C did rate movie 2. You can see right here the rating was 1.33, and that 1.33 was lower than this 2. Right, which is why this value is positive right here. So it's indicating to us that we needed to increase the prediction to get it to where it needed to be. So now, what we want to do is we want to combine this prediction right here for C5 with the error that we got for C2. Okay, because 2 is the neighbor of 5, and we're going to use 2 because we can't use the value directly, or else that would just be reverse engineering. We have to use other values that are in the training set in the table. Okay, because if we just used this value, right, if we just added C5 back and got 0 prediction, then that wouldn't be very helpful for instance, when we were using the actual values that we needed to find, which are either the test set or the ones that we don't have, because then there would be nothing to add, right? If we were just going to add the values back, we wouldn't know what to add. And that's just the idea, again, that we can't reverse engineer the test set. We just have to use other structure within the table. So we find the neighbor, the nearest neighbor is 2, and then we find 2, and we see that user C has rated movie 2. Okay, so this is, and it's 0.67 is that value. Okay, and now we're going to add 0.67 to that. And that gives us 3.27.